So let's start. I think I don't have to tell you the paper pattern, time limit, everything I've already explained in my previous session. So let's start with questions discussion straight away. And those who do not have pen and paper with you, make sure that you bring it with you so that you can solve the questions what I'm displaying here. It's going to be one after the other question discussion. So here is the first question for today's session. A hotel offers special rates for conferences with a basic fixed charge per conference and an additional per delegate charge. For a conference with 50 delegates, the total amount is 39,000, while the conference with 80 delegates, it's going to be 48,000. Suppose if you organize a conference with 100 delegates, how much you should pay? Right. All the questions what we are discussing in these live sessions are previous TCS questions. These are all previous NQT exam questions. 2023, 2022, as well as 2024 exam questions. Sri Charan is the first person to respond. Right, I can see Tejaswini, then Mahesh Babu, Charan Reddy responding. Right. So let the fixed charge per conference be X rupees. Let the price per delegate be Y rupees. So when the conference is conducted for 50 delegates, fixed charge plus charge per delegate Y rupees 50 delegates is given as 39,000. When the conference is conducted for 80 delegates, fixed charge X rupees per plus for 80 delegates 80Y is 48,000 rupees. So it's like we have linear equation in two variables. By solving them, you'll get it. So I'm subtracting first equation from the second. So while subtraction, the symbols get changed. So plus x minus x get cancelled. 80y minus 50y, 30y is equal to 48 minus 39, 9,000. And you can cancel 0 on both sides, right? So 3 ones, 300. So we got y value as 300. Substitute y in any equation, you'll get x. So I'm substituting in the first equation. 50 into 300 is equal to 39,000. So x is equal to 39,000 minus 15,000. You'll get it as 24,000. So the fixed charge is 24,000. Now for 100 delegates, it's going to be x plus 100y. So that is 24,000 plus 100 into why we just now got 300. So it's going to be 24,000 plus 30,000, which is going to be 54,000 rupees. So all those who responded, you guys are absolutely right. So answer 54,000. Well done. Rest of the people, I suggest rest of the people don't watch. Just listening and watching will not help you. If possible, you also solve the question. Get a pen and paper. try every question I'm that displaying on the screen. You have exam just a week after, right? So all those who already got placed in some campus placements, I really appreciate, but there is nothing wrong in learning, practicing. All those who did not get placed yet, it's a golden opportunity for you to get TCS Prime. For Prime role, they are offering 9 lakhs per annum. For digital role, TCS is offering 7.5 lakh per annum. So you have a golden opportunity to crack one of these two roles. So better you practice and do well in the exam. Here is the next question in our TCS Nqt preparation. What is the remainder when 17 to the power 18 plus 18 to the power 17 is divided by 16? Right. I appreciate the quick response given by some students. Good job. Well done. Right. So this can be written as 17 to the power 18 by 16 plus 18 to the power 17 by 16. Right. Now, here, as numerator is 1 more than the denominator, the remainder is always 1. I think you all know the concept here, right? So when 17 divided by 16, 1 remainder 1. Here, 18 power 17. 18 power 17 can be written as 2 power 17 into 9 power 17, right? Divided by 16 can be written as 2 power 4. So definitely 2 power 4 exactly divides this expression. So here the remainder is 0. Here the remainder is 0 because numerator has 17 twos, denominator 16 has 4 twos, and denominator exactly divides the numerator. So remainder is 0. So in between you have plus. So 1 plus 0, 1. When 1 divided by 16, remainder 1. So therefore answer 1, that is option 2. Reminder 1, option 2. Is this clear? If any of you need repetition, let me know. Otherwise, I'll move to the next question. If you want me to explain once again, let me know in the chat box. Quite a simple and straightforward question. Those who know the remainder theorem concept, you will get the answer in seconds. Mahesh Babu asking me to repeat. Okay, here is the explanation. 17 to the power 18 plus 18 to the power 17 divided by 16. This is something like a plus b by c. This I can separate it as a by c plus b by c. So this I am writing as 17 to the power 18 divided by 16 plus 18 to the power 17 divided by 16. First of all, let me tell you the second expression, when 18 power 17 is divisible by 16, the remainder is 0 because 18 has 2, right? 18 can be written as 2 into 3 square. So 18 power 17 is 2 power 17 into 3 square whole to the power 17. So that means 18 has 2 occurring 17 times, and you are dividing that with 16, which is 2 power 4. So definitely 2 power 17 is exactly divisible by 2 power 4. So remainder 0. So therefore in the second expression remainder 0. Now I have to find the remainder in the first expression. 17 when divided by 16 leaves a remainder 1. As this 17 occur 18 times in the numerator, so this becomes 1 power 18. 1 power 18 is 1. When 1 divided by 16, remainder 1 only. Right? Is this clear? Mahesh Babu, Vinay, and then Chandan. Have you guys understood? Right. Thank you. Here is the next question on the screen. Next one. Yes. Next question. Yes. Okay. This question can be answered in two ways. One is a simple method, just following the information. That is, you have a total of two 10-liter solution which contains acid and water in the ratio 2 is to 5. So if I divide 210 in the ratio 2 is to 5, total 7 parts, 210 into 7 parts, each part 30. So acid 2 parts, 230, 60 liters. Then rest is water. Now you are asked to find what quantity of acid must be added. So I'm assuming that we are adding X liters of acid. So already 60 liters is there. We are adding X liters. So acid becomes 60 plus X. Now, since we are adding this extra acid to this solution, the total solution also become 210 plus X. Now, how do we find acid percentage? Acid percentage is acid by total into 100 is 40. We are asked to make it 40. So I'm equating this to 40. So on simplifying this equation, whatever X value you will get is the answer. So if I simplify 0, 0 get cancelled, 2 2s, 2 5s, and if I multiply this further, 16 to 5, 300 plus 5x. Cross multiplication 210 into 2, 420 plus 2x. So 3x is equal to 120, x is equal to 40. The quantity of acid added be 40 liters. Option 1. So all those who responded with 40, you guys are absolutely right. So answer 40. Okay. If any of you need repetition, let me know. If you don't need me to explain once again, then I'll move to the next question. By the way, we have an alternate method also to answer the question. You can go by allegations as well. Of course, this is definitely a simple, easy method. But again, if you want to answer this question by using allegations method, here is the explanation. This beaker has acid, initially acid water in the ratio 2 is to 5. So acid is 2 out of total 7 parts, right? So with this, what we are adding to this, what we are adding pure acid. So pure acid is nothing but one part pure, right? By mixing this acid with 2/7 part and pure acid, we are expecting the acid to be what is 40% in fractions, 40 by 100, 2 by 5, 2/5 of acid we are expecting. So now on simplification, 1 minus 2 by 5 is 3 by 5, whereas this side 2 by 5 minus 2 by 7, LCM 35, this is 14 minus 10, 4 by 35. So the ratio is 3 by 5 is to 4 by 35. On simplifying 5 ones, 5 sevens, so we'll be getting it as 21 is to 4 ratio. 21 is to 4 ratio. So this 21 is of the acid what we already have, which is given as 210 liters. So this 21 is 210 liters. Then if 21 parts is 210 liters, then one part is 10 liters. Then we want four parts, which is 40 liters. So you can go by rule of alligation also. But again, yeah. So if you don't like rule of alligation, then you can go by previous X method. So here how I apply rule of alligation? Acid with 2/7 part, because 2 is to 5 in the sense 2 out of total 7 parts acid mixed with pure acid. Pure acid is nothing but one portion of acid, complete acid, one. So acid with 2/7 part and pure acid mixed to get acid 40%, which is nothing but 2/5. So by applying rule of alligation, I got the ratio as 21 is to 4. 21 parts is something what we already have, which is given as 210 liters. Then 4 parts is something what we are supposed to find. So if 21 parts is 210, then 4 parts is 40, because each part 10, 4 parts 40. Clear? So this question has two methods, rule of alligation as well as X method. Right. I hope you understood both the methods, and here is the next question from previous TCS Nqt exam. Next question on the screen. This question is related to proportion concept, ratio and proportion. So I can say by using proportion concept, you can answer this. Okay, right. So here in the question it is saying that the distance at which a mango on a tree falls to the ground varies directly to the square of the time taken in falling. A mango which falls to the ground in 5 seconds covers 4 meter more than one which took just 3 seconds to fall to the ground. Find the time which a mango from the height of 12 meter will take to fall to the ground. Right. So here let the distance be d, time be t. Then according to the question, the distance is directly proportional to square of the time taken. Square of the time taken. So this I can write it as d is equal to 2. By removing the proportionality, I'm introducing a variable called k, constant I can say. D is equal to kt square. Now, the mango which took 3 seconds, let us assume that the distance is a d kilometers to fall to the ground and it took 3 seconds, 3 square, where k is something what we do not know. The other one, which falls to the ground in 5 seconds, that is k 5 square, this traveled 4 more than the previous. I repeat, the one which touched the ground in 3 seconds, I am assuming that it traveled meters. Whereas the one which took 5 seconds to touch the ground traveled 4 more than the previous. So since previous we do not know, we assume d. Now this is traveling d plus 4. So this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Now I am dividing 1 with 2. So if I divide 1 with 2, I'll get it as k get cancelled. D by d plus 4 is equal to 9 by 25. On cross multiplication, I'll be getting 25d is equal to 9d plus 16, right? Sorry, 9d plus 36. I'll be getting 16d is equal to 36. That implies d is equal to 36 by 16, which is 9 by 4, right? Distance is 9 by 4, d. So if I substitute d is equal to 9 by 4 in first equation, 9 by 4 is equal to k into 3 square 9, 9 I get cancel, k I got as 1 by 4. Now, the one which travels 12 meter, so again d is equal to kt square, d we got 12 is equal to k, just now I got 4, 1 by 4 sorry, is t square. So from this t square is equal to 48, t is equal to root 48 which is 4 root 3. So I got 4 root 3, but I don't know, many of you got 6. What do you say? Is my solution wrong? So I got 4 root 3 seconds as the answer. I think Muhammad Bajid Baba also got 4 root 3, but rest all got 6. Okay. Leela Pawan Kumar Verma has also got 4 root 3. Yeah, I think so, those who got 4 root 3, somehow you found difficult to write your answer in the chat box. I know it's not easy to write 4 root 3 in in the chat box. So yeah. Anyway, so this is the answer what I got. If any of you need repetition, let me know. Right. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. How D is 12? It is given in the question. Guru Raj is asking if distance is 12, what is the time? 12 is given in the question only. If distance is 12, he is asking us a time taken. Okay. Right. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Here is the next question. The question is saying to satisfy the equation x plus y plus z is equal to 20, how many positive integral solutions are possible? Unfortunately, one can answer this question only if you know a particular concept here. Though this appears to be a simple question, but you cannot find all the positive solutions by trial and error method, because if you see in the options, the least number is 55. So that means finding 55 possible solutions is not an easy task. So you need to know a concept here. The concept is, if sum of certain numbers, right, a plus b plus c so on, is equal to n, let's say you're adding r numbers, let's say you're adding r numbers, and you want a sum n where all the numbers are only natural numbers, that means zero or negative numbers are not allowed, then the total number of combinations is n minus 1 cr minus 1. It's a direct formula. If you know the formula, you will get the answer in seconds. I repeat, when you're adding r numbers to get a sum n where the numbers are only natural numbers, then the number of combinations to get that sum is n minus 1 cr minus 1. In this question, n is 20 because we want a sum 20. R is 3 because we are adding 3 numbers here. So n minus 1, 20 minus 1 c 2 minus 1, sorry, 3 minus 1, which is 19 c2, which is 19 into 18 by 2 into 1. And if I simplify 2 ones, 2 nines, 99s are 171 is the answer. All those who responded to 171, you guys are absolutely right. So that's the answer. So here is the concept. When you're adding r numbers to get a sum n, where numbers are natural numbers, then the number of combinations is n minus 1 c r minus 1. Okay. Here n is the sum what you are expecting. In this question 20. R is how many numbers you are adding. In this question you are adding 3 numbers. In the same question, let's say by adding R numbers, if you are expecting a sum n, and if numbers can take 0 also, if numbers can take 0, that means if the numbers can take 0 in the sense whole numbers, then the number of combinations is n plus r minus 1 cr minus 1. N plus r minus 1 cr minus 1. Previously, what is the difference between the previous question and this question? In the previous question, if the numbers can be only positive integral, that means if the numbers are only natural numbers, then n minus 1 cr minus 1 total number of combinations. Whereas if numbers can take 0 also, if numbers can take 0 also along with positive integral solutions, then the total number of combinations is n plus r minus 1 cr minus 1. Suppose in this question, if 0 is also allowed, then answer 20 plus 3 minus 1 c3 minus 1, which is 22 c2. And if I simplify this, 22 into 21 by 2 into 1, you will get it as 11 into 21, 231 is the answer. If 0 also allowed, answer 231. If 0 is not allowed, then 171. I hope you understood both the questions, both the solutions. For the safe side, I told you the other one also, that is when 0 is also allowed. Okay, thank you. Moving to the next question. Here is the next one. Kalyani is asking me if the question be like integers allowed, then how to answer that, sir? See, if you just mention integer, then definitely you apply both, whichever is there in the options, you take it. I don't think you will see both options in the given in the question. And moreover, there will be a clear information. Nothing to worry, Kalyani. They will mention whether they are just integers or positive integers. If they just say, I mean, for negative integers, we don't have a concept here. If negative numbers are allowed, then you will get too many. Okay. So in this question, there are two departments in a factory, namely X and Y. The number of employees in X department and Y department are 360 and 240 respectively. The average daily wage of the employees in Y department is 60 more than those in X department. The average daily wage of the employees in both departments together is 244 rupees. Then the average daily wage of the employees in X department in rupees is how much? Right. Quite a good number of students have responded. Mohammad Bajid and then Balavamshi, Vinay, Adbhuta Blessy, yes. Sri Charan Reddy, Bhargav, yes. Okay. So you can answer this question using allegations method. In department X, there are 360 employees. In department Y, there are 240 employees. So ratio is 122s, 123s. So 3 is to 2 ratio. The average salary of X department, let it be X rupees. Then average salary of department Y is 60 more than this, so X plus 60, right? Yes, given the average salary of both departments together is 244. Okay, so now on diagonal subtraction, this is x plus 60 minus 244. I'm subtracting in this way, right? Whereas here 244 minus x, this is equal to 3 by 2. This is equal to 3 by 2. Now on simplification, I'll be getting it as x 60 minus 244 is minus 170. You'll get it as 186. Am I right? 244 minus 60, you will get it as 613. Yeah, 176. 176. 176, right? Okay, 174. 184. Yes, 184 by 244 minus x. Cross multiplication, I mean, on cross multiplying 3 by 2, so you'll get it as, I'm writing the simplification here. 2x minus 368 is equal to 3 into 244, 732 minus 3x. So 5x is equal to 1100, then x is equal to 220. So answer 220, third option. Yes. Yes. This is 184. So final answer 220. I applied rule of alligation here because X, the ratio of number of people in department X and department Y is given as 360, 240, so 3 is to 2. Ratio is 3 is to 2. Okay, in X department, we do not know average salary, so I assumed it as X. In Y department, 60 more than that, so X plus 60. Right? Then I applied, rule of allegation, I got it. Now, those who do not like allegations method or those who do not understand using allegations method, then here is alternate method, right? Average salary is nothing but sum of the salaries of all the employees by number of employees. Okay. Now, in department X, number of people 360. We do not know average salary, let it be X. Then on cross multiplying, you will get sum of salaries in X department is 360x. In department Y, number of people is given as 240. Average salary is 60 more than that in X. In X department, we assumed X, right? So now it is X plus 60, 60 more than that. So here also on cross multiplication, sum of the salaries of all the employees is 240 into X plus 60. At the same time, we are given with the average salary of total employees in the company. Total is 360 plus 240, 600 people, right? 600 people, and it is 244, right? So on cross multiplication, sum of the salaries of all the employees is 600 into 244, right? So that means the sum of the salaries of people in department X, 360x, plus the sum of the salaries in department Y, 240 into x plus 60, is equal to sum of the salaries of all the people in both the departments together, 600 into 244. Now I am simplifying this. So to simplify, first of all, I'm cancelling 0 in every term on either both sides. 0, 0, 0 cancel. Next, I'm cancelling 6. 12 I can cancel. 12 threes, 12 twos, 12 fives. So what I got? 3x plus 2 into x, 2x plus 120. Right hand side 5 into 244 is 1000, 1220. No, sorry, 1320. 1320. So 5x is equal to, if I send this 120 to right hand side, 1320 minus 120 is 1200. 1200, right? Then x is equal to 2, no, is it 244 into 5,000, 220, 1220 only, 1220, you will get it as 1100. So this is 220. X is 220. 1100 by 5, 220. This is alternate method. Nandakant asked me to explain using other method. So this is the alternate method. Both are okay. I mean, this is fine. The previous one, allegation method, is also a better method. Whichever is convenient, comfort for you, you can use that. Nandakant, you understood this general method, average method, right? Okay. Let's move to the next question. By the way, in TCS, obviously you see some questions lengthy and you take a lot of time to calculate. So that is the history. In the past also I've seen sometimes they use weird numbers, awkward numbers. Here somehow we are lucky. We have zeros here. Somehow these numbers appear to be a decent ones, but sometimes you see awkward, weird numbers where calculation takes a lot of time. But as I said, in TCS exam, when you have 25 minutes for advanced quantitative ability, you don't get 25 questions. You will get 13 to 15 questions. So you will get approximately 2 minutes, 2 minutes time for each question to answer. So nothing to worry. But yes, you need to be fast enough. Yes. Okay. Next question on the screen. Unfortunately, I did not gather the options for this question, but yes, here is the question. We don't have options here. You just try and respond with your answer in the chat box. Sohan Singh and Hemant both have responded with 15 as answer, whereas Vivek is saying 40, Vinay is saying 50, Okay. Interestingly, we got different answers from different students. Okay. So I can see clearly the entire question is in terms of percentages, right? We don't have numbers. It's all percentages here. So as it is all percentages, by the way, the question is saying that in the year 2022, in the year 2022, the laptop industry in the country had two major manufacturers, Dell and HP, with the market shares of 30% and 70% respectively. So in the year 2022, I am if the total market share is 100%, let's say 100, then Dell is having a market share of 30, laptop HP is having a market share of 70. In 2023, the overall market for the product increased by 20%. In 2022, it was 100, right? Now it is increased by 20%. So that means in 2023, it went up to 120. Total market share 120. In the total market share, now a new player, Asus, also entered the market, capturing 15% of the new market share. So what is 15% of 120? 18. 15% of 120 is 18. And Dell market share increased by 50%. Dell market share was already 30, now it increased by 50%. So 30, 15%, 50% increase 15, so it is now 45. Asus market share 18, Dell market share 45. So what is 18 plus 45? 63. 18 plus 45 is 63. Then remaining all HP, which is 57. Okay, am I right? Any calculation error once again? Asus 15%, so 15% of 120 is 18, and then Dell increased 50. We know that market share of Dell increased to 50%, not increased by. I'm sorry for the error. It's not increased by. It is increased to 50%. Increased to 50%. So what is 50% of 120? 60. 50% of new market share is 60. So Dell 60. Now Asus 18, Dell 60, together 78. So remaining all HP, which is 120 minus 78, which is 42. So now HP market share is 42. It was 70 earlier, now reduced to 42. So percentage decrease in HP market share is 28 by original 70 into 100. So if I simplify 7 fours, 7 tens, 10 ones, 10 tens, so it is 40%. Answer is 40%. Percentage decrease in the HP market share is 40. That is the answer. Here you need to understand this line clearly. Dell market share increased to 50%, not increased by, increased to 50%. So now new market is total 120. In that Dell increase to 50% is nothing but 60. 15% of 120 captured by Asus, which is 15% of 120, 18. So 18 Asus, 60 Dell. These two together 78 out of 120. Then remaining all HP, which is 42. By the way, HP was 70, now is 42. So decrease is 28. Then percentage decrease is decrease by original into 100. Decrease 28 by original 70 into 100 gives you 40%. Is this clear? You agree with me? I think Yogeshwar Rao and Sai, Kinshuk, Venkat Sai, and some more people got 40%. So yes, I think Vivek also got 40. Three people got 40%. Even I got 40, and I believe that this is correct answer. What do you say? If any of you have any question, query about regarding my solution, let me know. Otherwise, we'll move to the next question. Clear? You agree? Right. Next question. Next one on the screen. Thank you, Chaitanya Bhargav, for your response. Here is the next one. A group of employees is working on a project. If 10 more employees join them, then the project will be completed in two-thirds of the time. If the work has to be completed in one-third of the time, then how many more employees have to join? Yes. Meena Amrutha is saying 10 is the answer. Right. Okay. So we can use M1 D1 is equal to M2 D2 concept here. We do not know how many employees were there initially. Let it be M, and let us assume that they finish the work in D days. If 10 more employees join, that means M plus 10, then they would finish the work in two-thirds of the time. So that is 2D by 3. So if I simplify on both sides, DD get cancelled. On cross multiplication, 3M is equal to M plus 10, right? Sorry, we have 2 here. I have to multiply with 2 here. So 2 into M, 2M plus 20. Then I got M is equal to 20, if I'm not wrong. Once again, 3M is equal to 2M plus 20. Yes, M is equal to 20. Now, if the work has to be completed in one-third of the time, then how many employees have to be required? So initially when 20 people, as I got M here, 20, when 20 people were there, they take D days. Now, how many people are required to finish it in one-third of the time? That is D third, D by 3. So again, if I simplify DD get cancelled, on cross multiplication, we are getting M2 is equal to 60. 60, right? So initially, how many people were there? 20. Now, how many are required? 60. So how many extra people are required? 40 extra people are required. Correct me if there is any error in my solution. So I got 40 more employees are required to complete the task. Yes. What do you say? After removing 10 already joined, isn't it 30? No, no, no. You cannot compare the one what we want with the second case. You have to compare with the first case. Right? You have to compare with the first case. 2D by 3. Yes, two-third of the time. So 2D by 3. Then D cancel on both sides. So cross multiplication 3M is equal to 2 into M 2M plus 20. So I'm not finding any mistake in my solution. If you find anything, please let me know. So when there were 20 people, they took D time. Now to finish it in one third, how many people are required? So I got it as 60. So total 60 required. There are already 20. So to make 60, we need 40 people extra. This is what I got. Those who do not agree with my answer, let me know. Do you want me to repeat this? Harshit asking me after removing 10 already joined, isn't it 30? No, you have to compare this case, the final case, with the original case because this is also if. So not with this, with the original you have to compare. Okay, you understood, right? Thank you. Next question. Yes, all of you answer this. Yes. Here is the question. 10 years ago, Ali's age was 4 times her daughter's age. After 10 years, the difference in their ages will be 24 years. After how many years will the ratio of Ali's age to her daughter's age be 2:1? Vivek is the first person to respond and he's saying 4. Sheikh Baji is saying 6. Muhammad Bazid Baba is saying 6 as the answer. Dinesh 6. Okay, okay, right. So first of all, 10 years ago, let percentage of allies be A and daughter be D. 10 years ago, Alice was A minus 10, daughter was D minus 10. He's saying that Alice's age was 4 times daughter, first equation. If I simplify this further, A minus 10, I mean, I can rewrite this as A minus 4D is equal to, right? This is minus 30. Next, after 10 years, the difference in their ages is 24 years. By the way, for your kind information, if two persons' ages differ same at any point of time, after 10 years, if the difference between their ages is 24, then today also the difference between their ages is 24. Two persons' ages at any time is same. Yes or no? If you want, you can take example. If I am 30, let's say you are 20, difference is 10. After 5 years, I'll be 35, you will be 25, difference remains same. 5 years ago, I was 25, you were 15, difference is same. So the difference between two persons' ages at any point of time remains same. So therefore, after 10 years, if the difference between their ages is 24, then today also the difference between their ages is 24. So now I am subtracting. This is minus plus minus. A get cancelled. Minus 3D is equal to minus 54. D is equal to 18. On substituting D is equal to 18 in the second equation, I'll get A is equal to 42. So Ali's age 42, daughter's age 18. We want father allies to be twice her daughter. So let's go by options. If I add 4 to 42, this becomes 46 and this becomes 22. 46 can't be 2 times 22. But if I add second option, 42 plus 6, 48. 18 plus 6, 24. So definitely 48 is double 24. So answer second option. After 6 years, Alice will be twice her daughter. So answer second option. Is this clear? Yes. If any of you need repetition, let me know. Here it is 6. Right. You understood? Okay. Thank you. So that's all for today's session. Thank you for joining. I'm happy to see quite